When you submit a final control sheet, otherwise known as an FCC sheet, it is important to know a few things before you start. Firstly, the UID is an 8-digit code, issued by your commissioning editor. You must have a valid UID code for the submission to work. Without a valid UID code, you cannot submit your document to MultiChoice. RECUE uses the UID code to query for production information from the MultiChoice metadata server. The initial UID code needed for a first submission will always end in a 0. For subsequent submissions of the same media asset and documentation, you must increment the last 2 characters of the UID code to B0, C0, D0, etc. If your media file fails quality control, you must update the documentation for the resubmission by editing and submitting the FCC document to the next UID version. You must check if you have been issued a supplier ID when you were onboarded by MultiChoice Media Traffic. If you did not receive a supplier ID, contact MultiChoice Media Traffic to obtain your supplier ID. A supplier ID is usually 2 to 5 characters in length. When your production has segments, the first segment must start at time code 0. All segments must end at around second, meaning 0 frames. All time code values must be calculated at a frame rate of 25 frames per second. The typical segmentation gap is 2 seconds, but 1 second is allowed. RECUE can be set to accept either 1 or 2 seconds as the segmentation gap duration. Typical MultiChoice segmentation works as follows. A production using a 60-minute time slot normally has 5 segments. A production using a 30-minute time slot normally has 3 segments. Movies and once-off documentary films, music shows, and once-off features normally have 1 segment. Check with your commissioning editor about the specific segmentation required for your production. All final control sheets must be submitted with a linked music cue sheet. Music cue sheets must be generated on RECUE to be eligible for linking to the final control sheet. You will need technical information about the video and audio of the media asset. For specifics about the technical requirements, see the specification documents supplied in your onboarding email from MultiChoice Media Traffic. Technical information about the media asset can usually be obtained from your video editor, audio editor, or production manager. Thank you for watching. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe for more topic-specific tutorial videos. Please see the other videos on the channel for more information.